Albert Camus, 1913 to 1960, was a French-Algerian philosopher, author, and journalist who is best known for his contributions to the philosophy of absurdism. Born in Mondovi, Algeria, to a French-Algerian family, Camus lost his father in World War I and was raised in poverty by his deaf-mute mother. Despite his impoverished upbringing, he excelled academically and eventually moved to France to pursue his studies. Camus' work is characterized by his exploration of the absurd condition of human life, the notion that human beings live in a senseless and indifferent universe. His most famous works include the novels The Stranger, 1942, and The Plague, 1947, as well as the philosophical essays The Myth of Sisyphus, 1942, and The Rebel, 1951. Camus was awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1957, not only for his significant contribution to literature, but also for his profound impact on the moral consciousness of his time. Throughout his life, Camus was deeply involved in the political issues of his day, including the resistance against Nazi occupation during World War II and the Algerian War of Independence, although he was critical of both sides in the latter conflict. He advocated for human rights and justice, and was a voice for moral integrity and compassion against dogmatism and ideological fanaticism. Camus died in a car accident in 1960, leaving behind a legacy that continues to influence philosophy, literature, and the discourse on existentialism and absurdism. Now let's move on to 30 famous quotes by Albert Camus. Number 1. The only way to deal with an unfree world is to become so absolutely free that your very existence is an act of rebellion. This quote encapsulates Camus' belief in personal freedom and integrity as forms of resistance against oppressive conditions. Number 2. Man is the only creature who refuses to be what he is. Camus points out the human tendency to deny their nature or reality, a theme central to his philosophy of the absurd. Number 3. In the depth of winter, I finally learned that within me there lay an invincible summer, a metaphor for finding strength and hope during the darkest times of one's life. Number 4. The absurd is the essential concept and the first truth. Camus asserts that recognizing the absurdity of the human condition is the fundamental insight that individuals must confront. Number 5. Freedom is nothing else but a chance to be better. Freedom, for Camus, offers the opportunity for moral and personal improvement. Number 6. Don't walk in front of me. I may not follow. Don't walk behind me. I may not lead. Walk beside me. Just be my friend. A call for equality and companionship in relationships, free from the dynamics of leadership and followership. Number 7. Nobody realizes that some people expend tremendous energy merely to be normal. Camus highlights the effort required by some individuals to conform to societal norms, suggesting this is a response to the absurd. Number 8. The purpose of a writer is to keep civilization from destroying itself, reflecting on the role of intellectuals and artists in preserving the moral and cultural integrity of society. Number 9. Autumn is a second spring when every leaf is a flower, an appreciation of the beauty in change in the cycle of life, emblematic of Camus' search for meaning in a transient world. Number 10. There is no love of life without despair of life, suggesting that a deep appreciation for life necessarily involves an understanding of life's challenges and sorrows. Number 11. To be happy, we must not be too concerned with others, advocating for a balance between empathy and self-care, suggesting that excessive focus on others can hinder personal happiness. Number 12. You will never be happy if you continue to search for what happiness consists of. You will never live if you are looking for the meaning of life. A paradoxical observation that happiness and meaning are discovered through living, not through abstract contemplation. Number 13. Real generosity toward the future lies in giving all to the present, encouraging a full commitment to the present moment as a gift to future generations. Number 14. I would rather live my life as if there is a God and die to find out there isn't, than live as if there isn't and to die to find out that there is. A contemplation on faith and the existential gamble involved in belief and disbelief. Number 15. Integrity has no need of rules. Arguing that moral integrity is an internal principle, not something imposed by external regulations. Number 16. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Emphasizing resilience and the ability to overcome adversity as key to a fulfilling life. Number 17. Blessed are the hearts that can bend. They shall never be broken. Advocating flexibility and adaptability as strengths that prevent existential despair. Number 18. Life is the sum of all your choices. Highlighting the importance of personal responsibility and the cumulative effect of our decisions. Number 19. A man without ethics is a wild beast loosed upon this world, stating the necessity of moral values in maintaining humaneness and social order. Number 20. To know oneself, one should assert oneself. Personal identity and understanding come through active engagement and assertion of one's will. Number 21. There is scarcely any passion without struggle, recognizing that passion often comes with challenges and conflicts, an inherent part of pursuing what matters. Number 22. For if there is a sin against life, it consists not so much in despairing of life as in hoping for another life and in eluding the implacable grandeur of this life. This quote critiques the tendency to overlook the value of the present life in favor of hopes for an afterlife. Number 23. We continue to shape our personality all our life. If we knew ourselves perfectly, we should die. Personal growth is a lifelong process, suggesting that complete self-knowledge would signify the end of development. Number 24. The myth of unlimited production brings war in its train as inevitably as clouds announce a storm, critiquing the destructive nature of unchecked industrial and economic expansion. Number 25. Each generation doubtless feels called upon to reform the world. Mine knows that it will not reform it, but its task is perhaps even greater. It consists in preventing the world from destroying itself, highlighting the responsibility of each generation in preserving the world from self-destruction. Number 26. Idleness is fatal only to the mediocre, suggesting that idle time is detrimental only to those who lack creativity and ambition. Number 27. To correct a natural indifference, I was placed halfway between misery and the sun. Misery kept me from believing that all was well under the sun, and the sun taught me that history wasn't everything. Reflecting on his upbringing and the balance between acknowledging suffering and finding joy beyond historical circumstances. Number 28. We must imagine Sisyphus happy. In The Myth of Sisyphus, Camus argues that finding meaning in the struggle itself can lead to happiness, even in the face of absurdity. Number 29. There is but one truly serious philosophical problem, and that is suicide. From The Myth of Sisyphus, this quote introduces the question of whether life's inherent absurdity justifies suicide, concluding it does not. Number 30. Always go too far, because that's where you'll find the truth. Encouraging bold exploration and pushing boundaries as means to discover deeper truths. Thank you for watching my video on Albert Camus. I hope you found it insightful. I'm curious, which Albert Camus quote resonated with you the most? Please share it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more content like this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Your support means a lot and helps me create more content for you. Thanks again, and see you in the next video.